Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Saturday. It is the 4th of September 2021. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program from the spa, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Get 5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the stakes races 5, 8, 11, and 12. The fifth race from Saratoga, it's the Prioress Stakes. It's a grade 2 event going for a purse $250,000. Races for 3-year-old fillies. 6 horses are going to the main track. The distance of ground here of 1,200 meters, if you want to go by that, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Saratoga main track, 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, main track here in the Prioress. My top selection, we're going to go to the number 6 horse here, Super Sensational. We'll go 6-5-1-2 in the superfecta. 6-5-1-2 super. Top selection, the 6 horse, Super Sensational. 3-year-old filly by Curlin. Mark Casse trains. Ricardo Santana Jr. gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came in Saratoga on the 7th of August. 7 furlongs in the grade 1 test. And the horse finished second by 4.5 lengths. The winner just ran that better race and just kept going. This horse was stalking and just couldn't get there late. The winner just had that extra jump on her. But she ran her heart out there. Coming here to 6 furlongs, second off the bench. I think she could really run a good race. 2 back she ran the grade 3 victory ride at Belmont, 6.5 furlongs on the 10th of July. First off a long refreshing, she won by 3 3/4 lengths. She didn't break so clearly that day. She broke okay, but not the best ever. But she sat back early, slowly moved her way up, and when she got the lead, she quickened up nicely. A very, very good race there. And then prior to that, the 8 bells at Churchill, 7 furlongs the 30th of April. She finished 4th by 5 lengths there, and she had a little bit of a trouble trip there, which cost her. She probably wasn't going to win, but she could have had a place there. And then before then, the Fairgrounds Oaks at the Fairgrounds, mile 16. She finished 3rd by 4 3/4 lengths. She's not a 2-turn horse, unfortunately. She was with them early on, but just couldn't stay the final 2. I think 6 furlongs, even 7 would be in her wheelhouse. She's getting 6 again today. She's training well since the last race. Let's use her here at 6-5. Your second likeliest winner is the 5 horse Amendment 19 for Brad Cox. Jose Ortiz on this one. Stepping up to stakes quality horse for the first time shouldn't be a problem. He's been training well and running very well since the debut. On the up and up, let's give this horse a shot at 4-1. But to recap my selection for the 5th from Saratoga, it's the grade 2 Prioress. Let's take the 6 horse Super Sensational. Give kudos to the 5 horse Amendment 19. 6-5-1-2 super. 6-5 in your multi race. The 8th race from Saratoga now. It is the Saranac Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a purse $200,000. Races for 3-year-olds here. We have 7 horses entered, but the 7 horses MTO, so 6 will head to the inner turf course. The distance of ground is 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile 16th on the Saratoga inner turf course. 1,700 meters, mile 16th. Top selection here, we're going to go take the number 2 horse Like the King. We'll go 2-1-4-5 in the superfecta. 2-1-4-5 super. Top selection, 2 horse Like the King. 3-year-old colt by Pal Smiles. Wesley Ward trains. John Velasquez gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 3rd July, Delaware Park. Soft ground, a mile 8th in the grade 3 Kent. And the horse finished second by 2 lengths there. He was with them early on, setting the pace and very pedestrian fractions, but on the soft ground, which I don't think he was handling, he just couldn't quicken up late. The winner, yes, this time just ran that better race than him. Coming back here today, a little lesser quality horses, speed favoring turf course. I really think he ran a good race. Before he ran the up and done at, I don't think I said that right, at Churchill, mile 8th on the 29th of May, and he finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths there. He just stalked all the way around the race course, and again, he just couldn't quicken up there. It was an improvement off the race 4, which is the Kentucky Derby at Churchill, for the mile and a quarter on dirt. He finished 12th by 12 3/4 lengths there, and horrible start, stupidly wide throughout, and just a wrong race for him there. And then prior to that, in the Jeff Ruby Stakes at Turfway, mile 8th, 27th of March, he won by length, and he closed up from nowhere, even after a horrible beginning early on, but he settled well down the backstretch, and he got the job done. A very good race there late, and then the John Battaglia at Turfway, mile 16th on the 26th of February, finishing second by 2 1/4 lengths. Again, he had a horrible trip, which cost him, but he really improved next start out. He's proven he can run on the Tapeta. He's proven he can run on the turf also. He's training well at Churchill. He has speed here to go wire to wire. It wouldn't surprise me if he does that. We'll use him on the ticket along with the 1 horse Public Sector. Most recently in the Hall of Fame a month ago, he won very, very easily from a starting position, and then before then, the Manilia, the horse finished second by head, closing up from a starting position. Again, nothing bad about that. His last 3 races, basically, he's on the up and up. He's drawn well. I like the starting position with him. 7-5. We'll use him in the late pick 5. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Saratoga, it's the Ray 3 Saranac. Let's take the 2 horse Like the King. Give kudos to the 1 horse Public Sector. 2-1-4-5 Super. 2-1 in your multi race. Let's get to race number 11 now from Saratoga, which is the Flower Bowl Invitational. Grade 1 event going for a purse $600,000. Race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 7 horses heading to your inner turf course. The distance of ground of 2,200 meters. Or mile 3/8 on the Saratoga Inner Turf Course. 2,200 meters, mile 3/8 here in the Flower Bowl. The race usually run at Belmont in the fall, always at 1.25 miles also. So this year, 1.375 because they can't run 1.25 miles at Saratoga. But I like the little bit of a longer trip here. But basically, they swapped around some races from Saratoga and Belmont. The Woodward and the Weah, which is normally run here at Saratoga, were moved to the fall meeting at Belmont, and the fall races from Belmont were moved to Saratoga, the Jockey Club, and the Flower Bowl. So I think, to keep the grade, I think it's a good idea. But my top selection here in the Flower Bowl, I'm going to go with the 4 horse, My Sister Nat. We'll go 4-1-3-6 in the superfecta. 4-1-3-6 super. Top selection of 4 horse, My Sister Nat. This 6-year-old mare by acclamation. Chad Brown trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 7th of August, Saratoga. 1.5 in the grade 2 Glen Falls. And the horse finished second by 3.5 lengths there. He was stupidly wide throughout, and but was gaining ground late. First off, the 2-month refreshing, I didn't think it was a half bad race. The thing with this race is I don't know who's going to go to the front end because there's not a lot of speed on paper. Maybe they'll send Great Island to the front end. That's my guess. Maybe he'll be a rabbit for the My Sister Nat, but I don't know. There's not a lot of pace in this one, so it's going to be very interesting for these closers, who's going to go there and how this race is going to shape up. But in the Glen Falls, I thought this horse ran decently. 2 back, the horse ran the New York Stakes at Belmont, a yielding turf course, 1.25, the 4th of June, where she finished 3rd by 2 lengths. She sat back early again, stupidly wide throughout, but was gaining ground behind Me Mary. But Me Mary just basically had her own way on the front end, and then prior to that, the Sheep's Head Bay at Belmont, 1.3 on the 1st of May. The horse finished 4th by 3.25 lengths. First off, the refreshing. She desperately needed the race there. And then she ran before that on the Brewer's Cup Filly Mare Turf over the mile 3/16, too short a trip. She just wasn't keeping up there. But if you take out that Breeders' Cup race, she hasn't run half bad. She's been basically so close but no cigar. Last year she placed in last year's Flower Bowl at Belmont, 1.25 on the inner turf course. Placed in last year's Glen Falls, which basically is the replacement for this race, which the Flower Bowl this year is the replacement for that race. And then won the Weah before that over the 1.5 miles last season here, and then second in the New York Stakes last season at Belmont, and a second in the Long Island Handicap before then in late November of 2019. So she's been close but no cigar, always running these good races. Like I said, the only bad race was that Breeders' Cup, but she was facing so tough competition, not as tough competition as she's facing today. At 5-1, I think she's sitting on that very good run. I'm going to use her here today. You can't throw out the 1 horse Laga Scenare. Another horse, does she have speed? Can she? It wouldn't surprise me if she's on the front end also today. Most recently in the Diana, she finished 3rd by 3.5 lengths. She didn't have the best of trips, and I also thought the trip was just a little bit too short for her there. And then she plays before then the game late Santa Anita. I like her going to the mile 3/8. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if they sent her to the front end. And the 3 horse War Like Goddess, she won the Glen Falls very, very easily most recently off the bench. And she likes the longer trip of 1.5 miles. Mile 3/8 just might be a little bit too short, but she can win on paper. Another horse using your late pick 4, because this, like I said, this race with a lack of speed, it's a very head scratcher kind of race. How it's going to play up, I could see it playing up 10 different ways, and I could probably talk about this race for the next 3 hours, but I can't because we all have things to do. But it's going to be exciting how this one feels. But to recap my selections now for the 11th from Saratoga, it is the Grade 1 Flower Bowl Invitational. Let's take the 4 horse My Sister Nat. We'll give kudos to the 1 horse La Scenari and the 3 horse War Like Goddess. 4-1-3-6 Super. 4-1-3 in your multi race. The featured 12th race now from Saratoga, a race very rich in history. It is the Jockey Club Gold Cup. It's a Grade 1 event going for a purse of $1 million. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses heading to the Saratoga main track. The distance of ground of 2,000 meters or 1.25 miles on the Saratoga main track. 2,000 meters, 1.25 miles here in the Jockey Club. And last year they actually ran the Woodward at 1.25 miles, closing on Labor Day weekend last year. If you remember, also this weekend was Derby weekend, so it was a very exciting weekend. But this year they moved the Jockey Club up north, and I thought it's a good, like I said, it's a good idea with probably going to be a last prep race for the Breeders' Cup. And one thing I also like, I like more mile quarter races at Saratoga. Belmont, they could run them, but it's just not. They could run them, but they shouldn't because it starts on the turn. But years ago, you used to have a great handicap division here at Saratoga, starting off with the Whitney, then the Saratoga Breeders' Cup Handicap, if you remember that, and then the Woodward used to be run at Belmont opening weekend, second weekend of September, and then you would have the Jockey Club, and so on and so on. But like I said, great idea with the Jockey Club at Saratoga. But the top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse, who is Happy Saver. We'll go 4-1-5-2 in the superfecta, 4-1-5-2 super. Top selection of 4 horse, Happy Saver. 4-year-old called by Super Saver. Top Fletcher trains. Ira Ortiz Jr. gets the mount. Most recently, they ran him on the 3rd of July at Saratoga, at Belmont, a mile and a quarter in the Suburban, and he finished 3rd by 2 3/4 lengths there, and he was very lackadaisical. It was a very humid day, which I don't think he really preferred. He was lackadaisical all throughout, was very wide, and he just never quickened up and never weakened out of it either, I want to say. But he has to show some more here today. Coming to Saratoga, where he ran decently last summer, I'm going to give him another shot. 2 back in optional 100 at Belmont, 1 mile on the 20th of May. He won by length, and they never got to the bottom of the horse. That was a very easy race, even after not the best beginnings and a little bit wide. Still, like I said, didn't get to the bottom. A very easy run. And then prior to that, the Jockey Club last year at Belmont, a mile and a quarter, 10th of October, winning by 3/4 length. He stalled all the way around. He got the lead, and he got the job done beating Mystic Guide, who went on to win the Dubai World Cup earlier this year. So he beat some good competition there. And then prior to that, in the Federico Tessio at Laurel last year over the mile and 8th, winning by 1.5 lengths. From his starting position, he ran very easily. And then before that, first time facing winners here at Saratoga, mile and 8th in the allowance race, winning by 4. Again, stupidly wide there, but he got the job done. He's on the up and up. Even the races where he doesn't show up, he's still on the up and up. Trading well, back to a mile and a quarter. I'm going to give him a shot here at 9-5. The one horse Forza de Oro, he when he runs on a racetrack, he runs great races. But can they keep him healthy? That's his thing. Most recently here at Saratoga on the mud, going a mile and 8th in optional 100, winning by 3 lengths from a starting position. That was a very good, easy whip victory. Could have probably won by more, but he has these running line gaps. Before that, he ran the Discovery at Aqueduct last season, going a mile and 8th, where he won by 3 3/4 lengths again. An easy race there. And then before that, an allowance race at Belmont, a mile 16th, first start in 10 months. He won by a neck and was very rambunctious before the race, but he got the job done there. As a 2-year-old, they thought highly of this horse. Actually, he broke the main at Belmont very easily. Then ran the Rebson of 2019 and just didn't show up behind Shotsky there. Shotsky also, I believe he actually ran recently at Belmont at Saratoga, I think on Thursday or Wednesday, in like an optional 40 claimer for the price. So, he's not the best horse in the world, but the other horses behind him were decent. But Forza de Oro just ran horribly there. But since coming back since that race, he's really running these good races. He's on the up and up, should definitely get the mile and a quarter. Let's use him at 8-5. So to recap my selection for the 12th from Saratoga, it's the Jockey Club Gold Cup. We're going to take the 4 horse Happy Saver, give kudos to the 1 horse Forza de Oro, 4-1-5-2 super, 4-1 in your multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.